They're a toy-based YouTube format team. Rejecticons, Rejecticons. Kato Rockstar who loves his MMC. Rejecticons, Logan is a custom dude. Enewtabie keeps his toys like new. They are Rejecticons.
Live from nowhere near Chicago, it's me. Hey, what's going on? Waiting on Kato. We're going to talk a little bit about TFCON and mainly the third-party panel. What's going on? Hello, everyone. Waiting on Kato. He's probably taking a dump. So we're going to talk about TFCON, mainly the third-party panel. I got some slides. We'll take a look at it and just comment or whatever. Didn't make it. It's in Chicago. I've been in Chicago many times. I used to work there, so I'm good. So hopefully it comes to Virginia or Baltimore or somewhere close. Even Charlotte would be fantastic. Charlotte, we could at least get 3 of the 4 of us together. I'm pretty sure. Maybe even Larkin if he'd fly in. So just checking out. Yeah, this kind of last minute. I went out to eat and just figured I'd do a live stream. I'm not there, but I watched the panel on somebody's live stream. Who was it? Transmissions Podcast. It just popped up in my. I haven't watched any other stuff before, but they had a pretty good live stream going, so I watched that. And before I had to leave, so I didn't catch the end of it, but we'll go through these slides I've got. So let's see who's in the chat. MCDJ, ACDC, Jarrett, Eric Boyer, Raz. What's going on? Yeah, it's kind of late, but I don't sleep much, so I'm usually up 3-4 o'clock on the weekend. So just kind of waiting on stuff to come in the mail too. Oh yeah, well, Kaz and M3 and all of them, they're always live at like 4 hours or whatever straight. I don't do live streams that much, but I may change it a little bit. The only thing I wish I could have got that freaking steel jaw tape from the TFCON. That's the one thing I wish. It was $85, and Dr. Diecast was talking about it on his Facebook. And I was like, that's a pretty good price. I wish I'd got one, but it is what it is. They'll release a retail version down the road, I'm sure. When did you get back into collecting? When? I don't know. I don't know. 16 maybe? 15 or 16 probably. My daughter's coming home. She went out trick-or-treating with some friends. She dressed up as a bride. That's cute. Yeah, I wanted to get some beer tonight, but oof, I just couldn't do it. I hear my daughter calling my name. This will be interesting. Probably show me all her candy. But I'm going to take half of it. Transformers, probably about 16. 15, man, maybe 15. Towards the end of 15, I think. I picked up 1 or 2. Actually, I started collecting some of the Joes, just going back, and like there were some I wanted, like the Gun Ho and Dress Blues and stuff like that. And I got that, and then I found a Megatron I wanted, and then it just kind of snowballed from there. Ended up getting the Titans Return, Combiner War stuff, and everything since then. So, hey, here it goes.
Here what goes.
I was just talking about you. You done pooping?
That's not what I was doing, but
Okay. Huh?
I probably should have. I had Zaxby's, so it's bound to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
up? Who all's in this piece? Oh, look. McDJ's here. Everybody that couldn't go to TFCON is showing up. We're the Rejecticons again.
Yeah. Classic.
Classic Rejecticons. Hey, Jared, I told you we'd be on here at some point. Just not
Dude,
on
I
my
had to
channel.
plug my phone up. I forgot to charge my phone all day.
Are you using your phone now?
No.
Oh, I hate that. Man, what's up?
Nothing much. I got some slides up. I don't know if you wanted to look at them and talk about them. I think you
Oh,
already
yeah,
did
well, let's
something
do
on
that.
it, but
First
I got
off,
this-
I got to say, everybody needs to buy this. Man, look at this.
it
You know
looks
you
really
want
good.
it. It's so good. It's the, it's the first and only Lion Force Voltron I've ever owned.
I had when I was a kid, I had maybe it was Matchbox made one. Was
Yeah,
that a metal?
Matchbox. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Matchbox.
I had
made
one that they did as a kid that reminds me of that. But
It's so good, man. It's heavy. It's a pain in the neck to like transform around because the pieces are so small. But
right,
the way it fits together, I didn't do a full review. I just did a short, but it's gorgeous.
and it comes out of the box like that.
Oh
Right.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's cool, man. You should get one. You should order one right now while we're on here.
I never
Right
bought
now.
it. I never bought it the other day. I was like, yeah, this looks good. And it's the little boxes and
Oh, thanks, Lone Star. Appreciate that. Yeah, I mean the box thing is a cool little gimmick just because it does it, and I like the 5.2 toys stuff. But man, once you figure out like the instructions are trash, but once you really figure out how to move everything around, it's easy. It's just small pieces, but man, look at that, like that chest thing. It's
yeah, it looks
really
nice.
awesome.
Did they have the numbers right on yours? Like on the
I
lines?
don't know. What are the numbers supposed to
Well,
be?
it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think the back has T instead of 1.
Yeah.
And then one of the lions has something else. Like the green and the arms are misnumbered.
Well, the green is on this
mean-
one. Green is 2, red is 3. I don't know if what's accurate. Blue is 4 and 5 is yellow. And then there's a
I think the
T
arms
on
are
it.
reversed or whatever, but I mean they probably couldn't do exactly the
Yeah,
exact.
probably on purpose.
Yeah.
But
That looks
man,
nice.
it's cool. Die cast, like the wings back here are die cast. It's good and heavy. This is heavier. I feel like this is heavier than the Magic Square Prime.
Oh really?
Yeah, which
Wow.
I also got, and it was a
Hey,
shame.
let's see that. You got that handy?
Oh, hold on. Wait one.
Yeah, Voltron looks pretty good. I'd like for them to do the cars. Like I really like. I had the cars as a kid, so I like the vehicle ones. Lions are cool, but I like the vehicle ones. And he's back.
I'm back from outer space.
Look at that.
Oh, look, I forgot a part. Look, it's still upside down.
Well, you just look at it.
Let me fix it.
The new Magic Square Prime.
It's hard, man. I need to review this thing. I'm waiting. I was going to wait to review it completely because I got a couple parts that Magic Square is going to replace. But there you go, man. But the colors are great. But yeah, I feel like, I think this is heavier than this. It feels really light.
I heard it.
You heard that heavy thing fall. But yeah, man. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah.
I was worried that I wouldn't like how the backpack can be seen right here. but it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
So mine has two issues. One is a known issue with Magic Square, broken smokestack.
Yeah.
They put out a whole release saying, yeah, they're aware of it. If you ordered it after the 15th of October, you're going to get replacement parts. But if not, we'll send you some. The other is, see, the way the chest does. So these chest pieces open and then rotate around.
Right.
There's a small pin. You can't really see if I can. So on the other arm, but right inside here, there's a small pin, and it looks kind of like a small thumbtack almost. It's got one flat end with a pin that goes into a groove, like a little socket. And it's what the window rotates on. So you open it, spin it.
All right.
Right. I cannot spin this thing without this one falling off. And it's in such a place where it's right behind this really awesome arm joint that comes out.
Wow.
So, because I mean, he'll reach all the way across his chest.
Dang.
It's really awesome, but it's just in a place that's hard to get to.
Yeah.
Right inside. Right inside. You can't see it. God, hard, but it's right in here. But it'll almost fall out, that little metal piece. But so anytime I open that window, I've got to so if I review it, I've got to hold that and try to rotate it without that socket coming loose. But they're aware of it. They responded real quick. I have no doubt that they'll fix it. Transformation is almost completely different than the 01, the first release.
Okay. Oh, it would have been similar.
Yeah, the legs are wide. I mean, there's some similarities. Like you're going to get this piece that slides up here, and the back of the leg still opens, but not the same way. Do you remember how that one does? Where it folds all the way out. It doesn't do that. It kind of flaps, and then you rotate it around. So you open this up and then rotate it around to fold up. And the feet are different in that the toes don't just fold down. So it's not, the lights and stuff aren't on here. Right. They're hidden by this little boot right here. So let's see if I can fold that down. Hard to do up here. See this? So they're inside there. But yeah, it's awesome. It's a great little figure. It definitely feels lighter, like not as solid. But yeah, I mean, it transforms completely different. The way the chest rotates around. Well, this part transforms the same. Where you fold down the back, rotate that around. But like this backpack, love the backpack on this one.
Yeah, that's good.
But I don't know if it's just like a flimsier plastic. Not it feels like it's ABS. It's not like the milky plastic, that vinyl that they used on the last one. So that's good.
Yeah.
But if it had just a little die cast in it, it'd be just for weight, it'd be a lot better. Anyway.
Dark Conan says, did you track him for Magic Square not show any movement? It does that. It's weird. Just give it a few days. Usually it takes anywhere from like 10 to 15 days after you order.
Yeah, so I talked to Magic Square. They put something out, but yeah, I talked to Magic Square. I feel like I actually talked to them.
Yeah.
Sent them out. Or that Yi fan, the main guy. The way they do their shipping is the minute it's marked shipped, it'll show that it's in New York. Or New York or Chicago, depending on where they're coming in from. And it'll sit there for, days.
Mhm.
Like the vast majority of your 10 to 14 days is going to look like it's sitting in New York with no movement. And that's because the way they do their shipping is it'll act as though it's in New York waiting to be arrived from their first party shipper to New York. Then once it moves from New York, you'll start seeing movement. Like it'll even say, like, more than once it said that it's departed New York,
Yeah, I've seen that.
but it hasn't. It hasn't
Right.
actually departed New York. It's departed the primary shipper to get to New York, and then eventually it'll say departed New York again. And normally it'll go from Jamaica, New York to Queens.
Yep.
And then once you start seeing movement where it says it's in Queens, then
It's on the
way, and you're probably a few days out from getting it. So, anyway, Lone Star shows back with Voltron again. Yes.
Yeah, let's see that guy again. Man, you're making this hard. I'm gonna tell you what. I was already on the fence about him.
Dude, it's so I would not get the original one. I don't like
Yeah.
the look of the original one.
Yeah, I saw that side by side. It did not look good compared to that one.
The metallic paint makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's the Black Lion legs. It's got like a T port in there that the legs just slip into. It's so easy. The hardest thing, and what the instructions don't do, I'm probably not going to do a full review, so all 9 people here will know. The instructions don't tell you well enough that the whole upper from here up slides back. It'll hinge back or slide back.
Oh, really?
Then the crotch piece right here, you have to unlock from under here and rotate it around. Everything else is pretty much you can figure out. But
so
those two steps are they don't
articulation
do well
good on it and everything.
It's all right. Like the knee gets about that far.
Okay.
That's about it. It runs into itself after that. Oh no, I'm sorry. I take that back. It's just real tight. Look at that.
Oh wow.
It'll go back much further than I thought it would. The articulation's good. Waist rotation is iffy unless you swing it back so it can rotate further.
I guess.
You've got, these arm pieces come all the way out, and you can come all the way around to the chest if you want. So it's really good. Like you can hold the sword with both hands if you maneuver it around.
You do that sword thing.
Oh yeah, it's got this. It's even got this little effect right here to make it look like it's powering up. I do wish it had an ab crunch. If it does, I don't know it. But no, I wish it had an ab crunch, but that's about it. But it's going to sit in an A stance on my shelf anyway. But like another hard thing about it. So if you get it, don't just, when you're going to transform the Black Lion with the face down, don't just squeeze this and think that the face is going to go with it. That's 2 pieces. So you've got to get something in there to lift that face up to put it under here. If you just try to squeeze that, you're liable to either snap something off a peg or break it. So, wow. But yeah, there's 3 pieces in here.
I would have thought, to just close.
I almost did it, but yeah, it's just you have to lift the face up and then tuck it into the top of the mouth. Then you can close the mouth up.
Do they come with the? I haven't seen too much on. Do they come with like weapons for the lions too?
Yep, you got, and they all help transform it into the square. So you've got 2 of these blasters here for the Black Lion.
Okay.
That peg in. You've got 2 of these, one for the blue and yellow each, and was I right on that? No, you got 2 of these for the blue and yellow.
Oh, okay.
And you've got
I remember this now. I think
red.
Deluxe has this. I think I watched his video.
Yeah, I think he's got the first version of it. Oh yeah, and you've got the little throwing star too. So, and then you've got all these little tiny pieces that are used to put the weapons on, but they're also used to box it up. So when you put it in box mode, you've got to like put that there and put the star on here.
Hey, elites.
So that'll be the almost the complete bottom of, I think, the red and blue, the red and green. Yeah.
Okay.
So that helps box them all up. It's genius. It's genius, and it's really fun. They'll probably never see box mode again, but yeah, it's fun. Really, really good. Sturdy.
So is this 5.2?
No, this is Lucky Cat.
Lucky Cat.
I mean,
Yeah, they're the ones doing that Devastator too.
They could be the same company. I don't know, but
seems weird that two different companies are both doing box.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Well, 5.2 is first party, so they're all licensed. So it wouldn't surprise me if they were the same company. This is just their third party, alt brand thing.
Yeah,
but because I mean, 5.2 does license stuff like their Predators and Aliens were all licensed. It was all the real deal. Dark Conan. Do I feel like MSO2 was worth the price paid? It does feel cheap. What did I pay for it? I got it direct from Magic Square after shipping for $120. And I think that's
pretty cheap for a Masterpiece Prime.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays that's pretty affordable for an MP Prime.
Yeah.
I haven't held MP44, so I'm sure it probably feels sturdier and heavier. But yeah, I mean, I got really aggravated with that right windshield because there's no way around it. It has to move. Like the smokestack, I had no problem. I knew they'd fix that. That was a no-brainer. But I mean, if there was die cast in here, it would not feel as cheap, only because it would feel heavier.
Yeah.
Let me. Yeah, like it's a night and day difference in weight between these two. Yeah, that is it, right? Yeah, but I mean, I haven't even reviewed it yet. But so MS01 and 02.
Man, it's some things I like about the original, but seeing the new one, there's some things. I mean, so I really like the white.
I mean, the backpack is night and day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different transformation. Like, see how you've got the front end parts there that are visible. I mean, none of that's here.
Yeah.
This cleans up much more cartoon like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is a night and day difference in weight between the two. I think this one's definitely MSO1 is definitely beefier. I like the way this one transforms more. It's more fun, but I do feel it feels more fragile too.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to get it.
I might review this tomorrow. I don't know. I was debating on holding off on it until I wanted to review it after the parts came in, so I could review it, not only the figure but the service.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll have to do an update because it is truck mode looks good too. And you get a couple of different, I'm assuming this is for the MP figures, probably MP10 trailer and MP44.
It's different for the different trailers.
So you have these different third wheel options that tab onto the back in truck mode so you can use trailers that you already have. I would be fine if I never got another Optimus Prime with a trailer.
I used to think I needed a trailer too, but the more I talk to you, I'm like, I don't really need a trailer, to be honest with you. I've got one trailer. What I need a trailer with every figure,
Eric, I kind of agree with you. I've said it for a long time on my channel that as long as the colors are right and the plastic quality is good, I couldn't care less if there was paint. then at the same time, I get this, and I realize that the first version didn't look near as good as this
Yeah.
without paint. So,
That's true.
I mean, there's room. Like New Age versus Magic Square. The big thing is the paint, and so I get it. But I only say die cast for this, so it would be heavier.
Yeah.
I feel
you
like
would just need in like the legs.
Oh, I guess there is one other small issue with this one. So, in order to keep it looking clean, this piece right here,
Mhm.
uh,
Oh, is it
rotate.
made into the?
It rotates in with the
Into it.
leg,
Eh.
but sometimes it doesn't want to rotate back down.
Wow.
So you have to get in here and manually do it. It's, articulation. No, this one beats the pants off the original in articulation. I mean,
that sounds
got
good.
this
Got some ratchets.
drop down hip in here.
Hmm.
I mean, you saw, there you go. See what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll stay up there, but you just go in there and adjust it. But you saw, like, I sent a couple of, I'm no poser. Oh, you know what I mean? But there was even I can get some good poses out of this thing. But I like he's got his big bell bottom legs. Anyway, enough about me. This ain't my channel. Yes, Elite. That is the new MS Prime.
Yep. 2.0, right?
2.0. Yeah. I guess it's 2.0. I'd love to show you what the matrix looks like in there, but I'm just so afraid to open that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit on it. See if I can. There we go. So there's the chest open. It's got the matrix cover in there.
That. Yeah, that looks good.
And then you can lift it up and it's in there. Yeah. I love it's got those little green bits in there.
Yeah. I like it when they do the cover plate instead of just like stick the matrix in.
Let me see if I can close this without it falling off. I think I can. Yeah, it's a little annoying, but I think now that I'm aware of it, it's not as bad. But the trick isn't just in the opening; it's in the fact that you got to rotate it around. It's almost certain to come off then. Yep. So yeah, it's good. It's a great figure. It looked good on the shelf. The articulation is awesome. Truck mode looks good. I don't know. I want to review it, but at the same time, I kind of want to wait until it's like it should be. Oh, another cool thing. So the little faux gas tanks here that are in bot mode, they rotate around like that to transform. And inside here is more gas tanks, so you're not stuck with like a small gas tank. It actually folds out and covers over that, and you have this big blocky fuel tank that looks really good.
Nice. Yeah, I saw the pictures of the truck mode. That looked really good.
Yeah, truck mode looks good. And the trip there is not bad either. It's just I got really frustrated early on. I think I even badmouthed it a little bit early on because I was so frustrated at the window. Like I say, the smokestack didn't really bother me. I knew they'd fix that. But I sent them pictures. I was talking to them. They said, you saw the pictures I sent. They said, oh, we're going to send these over to the tech team. So I feel important now.
Hey, Sarkin.
Well, mahalo, mother. Oh.
I just was cleaning house and I figure I can get a break.
That's a new one.
Good.
Cleaning house.
Just, that time of year.
He got a Chick-fil-A there now. He's cleaning up all those chickens so he can make some money.
Yeah, there's a chick. I'm gonna wait though, because in Hawaii, whenever something's new, like for a month, it's just so super busy, and then
That's what it is here.
Same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess
Chick-fil-A's always
good
busy,
nut.
which is crazy, man. Because listen, this is a sacrilege in the South, but Chick-fil-A's just not all that good. I mean, it's okay, but not for the price.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A's going under. Chick-fil-A is
So-
going to be bankrupt in a year.
So far, the top chicken sandwich for me in Hawaii was Popeyes.
Oh, I think Chick-fil-A's. I think Popeye's chicken sandwich is better. Their basic chicken sandwich is better.
Uh-huh.
But the only thing worth getting for me at Chick-fil-A is the grilled
Yeah.
grilled chicken club.
That's
That's
good.
a wonderful sandwich.
Uh,
That's
oh,
good.
Dark Conan said people were lined up 4 a.m.
Now their breakfast is good too. I love their like breakfast platter with like the eggs
Ooh,
and
that biscuit.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
biscuit. Yeah. Whew,
biscuit and
too
gravy.
Mm.
Their biscuit and gravy is good too.
But plus, I mean, the Chick-fil-A on my island is like 15 minutes away, and that's 20 minutes probably, and that's way too far of a drive.
Oh man, could you imagine MS doing a MP Megatron?
That would be good.
Well, you saw from the reveals for that Fans Toy Magnus, you know they're gonna have a Prime too.
Well, it doesn't transform, does it? Let's go.
Does it?
You've got the stuff up. Let's go through it.
I thought it transforms. It doesn't.
I don't.
All right. I mean,
I don't think it does. I think because they
Really?
call it like fantastic figures or something like that. I don't know. But they did not show an alt mode. All they showed was
Really?
parts formed over top of the inner bot.
Oh man, if it's just another red type line, or
I think
Super
it's
Zero,
I think
I'm
it's
out.
like a 3-0 competitor.
It's better be cheap then, if it don't transform.
I don't think it does. Oh, you got fancy images. I got the little shitty images from the live stream.
Can y'all see that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it all right.
All right. We got the
You got that
nanobot.
massive widescreen computer that makes everything smaller.
Yeah.
Ultra
Looks great on my
wide.
screen.
You don't apologize for anything. I have an ultra wide too.
So
I don't have ultra wide. I just have ultra long. Stupid. I get to say fun stuff on Enewtabie's channel.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're monetized now. I got to be
Yeah,
careful.
yeah. Don't screw it up already.
This is why I don't monetize my live streams.
So have the battle toys. We got these. I didn't hear any price on these things, but
They didn't have one, but I want all of them.
If it's the ones that are available on his Etsy, they're very pricey.
is it?
Are they really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think. Let me see. If
Well,
I can find it.
I didn't think about looking at their Etsy.
let's go through. So we got Tough Luck, which is Huffer, 24 millimeters. Good lord.
You know how big that is, don't you? That's the
Oh,
small part of the ruler you have to use.
Yeah. I need them to put like inches. This is a 1/4 inch tall or something.
That
They're
was-
tiny. I mean, they look
that
cool,
one-
but
Yeah,
That one might
looks
not
great.
even be
They
a
work
1/4
good with the
inch.
art, but man, I don't know.
I want them for. I want a couple for Magic Square Jetfire, and it's too. It's too.
Tire lift.
Yeah, tire lift. These look fun, man. They look. I don't know how in the heck. How do you review these?
Nice guy. With a microscope,
You
you use
better
for
have some-
sector, and you stick it under.
You better have some clean ass fingernails because people are going to eat you alive.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Now I will get this.
Yeah, you would get that. I could see
Yeah.
that.
I will get
are they
that.
coming unpainted or painted? Because if they're coming painted, that's pretty impressive.
I would imagine they're coming painted.
If they're showing a slide painted, I would think so. Right? Final design.
Oh yeah,
tools
Ron's
may
right.
vary.
They mentioned partnering with TF Source, so this may be like a TF Source
Yeah.
exclusive type thing that they're working with. So I could see that.
They're financer.
Justice.
Justice. Dark Onan, I don't have the MS Legends Megatron, unfortunately. Doomsday, I want that one. I want them to re-release the original version. Maybe they'll do a new metallic version of that, like they're doing the others.
There is one.
But yeah,
Oh,
there's
is
a
it? But the metallic is the toy, right?
Yeah.
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 There. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want the chest hair. I want the original version in metallic.
Little red.
Little
I,
red.
I just put a link in the private chat on their Etsy. The Nanobots Optimus Prime is $15.
Little yellow.
Just the little
Optimum
prime.
Punch.
But if they're maybe they're looking at mass producing these. So if they're mass
Yeah.
producing, then
Optimum
Optimum Punch. That sounds delicious.
Punch. Yep. Zero Cool.
He has zero cool.
Filling Blue.
Is that Frenzy
Yeah,
or
that
Rumble?
looks.
Settle
Man.
it.
The Magic Square ones are tiny, so I can only imagine this.
the
Do
new
you
age
have
ones are tiny.
Do you
They're
have any
small
of the
enough.
shots of this in hand coming up?
Probably so. I think every slide. Well, I don't know.
If
We'll see.
you've
If
got
it was
all
in
the,
the
if it's all
slides,
the
it should be in here.
slides. Yeah. They said this was the smallest one at like what, 4 millimeters, 6 millimeters.
6 millimeters.
6 mm.
Good God.
Yeah,
Savage.
that's fingernail size.
The sound box.
And
I wouldn't mind
they
having
don't
some of these.
yeah, they don't become cassettes. They don't
Yeah.
they don't fit into anything. It's just golly. You know, you got to
Ion
get
Prime.
Skywarp, right?
Yeah.
This should be like $50 for the whole set.
If it was, I'd pick it up in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It
If it
was
was like $50 for all of them, I'd get it.
I think when they showed them last year or whatever, I think it was like 300 for the
Yep.
set.
It was expensive.
No
But they
thanks.
were resin printed, so they were as handmade as you could possibly get.
Wind Warp. Okay. I would get this. Star Crown.
Well, you know, Deluxe is getting that.
Yeah. Mega Strong. Okay.
Mega strong.
These are all great names.
I love the names. Yeah.
To be honest with you.
The only thing I don't like about the names is nobody used them before,
I know.
They're
I
just
can't
too
believe
good.
that. So we
and
got
it's a
that.
Decepticon heavy bunch for the first wave or the first set. It seems.
Yeah. Yeah.
Golly,
That's
that
most
Frenzy
of
and
them right there.
Rumble
I
is
mean-
just tiny. I mean, there's most of your first season.
There we
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's small.
That's. I say I want them, but they'll go missing.
Yeah. Be up on
I'm-
the
I'm-
couch and I can't find them.
I
I'm
have no
curious-
idea where the little ones that came with that whatever it came with the size of the ones that came with Unicron. The
I'm
ones that
curious
came in
how
that bonus
fun
pack.
they are to pose. I mean, they are posable, which is kind
I
of
can't
cool,
imagine they're fun at all.
Oh, I was using tweezers.
That probably took an hour and a half to get that.
Oh, it's Ironhide.
Huh, what prime? What prime? I'm tiny.
I done got shrunk, Prime. So I don't know what this is.
That is beside Hero Clicks.
Okay.
There, that is. Let's see, Hero Clicks. Well, they said
20
Hero Clicks,
20
but that doesn't look like
25
Hero
mm?
Clicks.
Yeah,
That doesn't
yeah.
look
The base doesn't look like it. Yeah, because HeroClix has that special base.
Yeah, the spinning base. That looks smaller than Hero Clicks.
And then they're releasing a hammer for.
That's a pretty specific release right there.
They
Did he ever have a
I'm-
hammer in any incarnation of him?
Did the Unicron trilogy? Did he have a hammer?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
Maybe I'm
I don't-
Mandela affecting it, but I thought in like the anime, he had a hammer.
What's weird about this is it looks like this was taken in my kitchen.
That's your fridge back there.
That's my
In
fridge.
your marble, your
I got a little
marble
bit different.
countertop.
Same looks like the same countertop.
it looks like your house.
I have nothing
You
to
just
do with half the
it's
battle
been
force.
confirmed. Enewtabie is nanobots.
Yep, I'm making them right here on my 2D printer.
Yeah. Your 2D printer. That's what I got. A 2D. Me and between the two of us, we got all 4Ds.
40s.
Uh,
40s. It's like two double Ds.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
2 double Ds.
So this, I don't know what this thing is going to happen. Oh,
They've shown this for like 2 or 3 years in a row, haven't they?
yeah,
Yep.
But
Yep.
I could see myself getting that.
yeah.
You have the Larkin. You have the
The Megatron Soundwave thing.
just the repaint set, the box set that came. Was it a Comic-Con exclusive or something like that?
Oh,
They
that
had-
one. Yeah. The set with the G.I. Joe figures painted as Transformers.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. I think I got two
call
of
it?
them. I got the Sky Jetfire one, and Power Glide and Shockwave. No,
You know,
Soundwave.
You
And
want to talk
Hound.
about how what makes me feel stupid? I can never remember Power Glide's name. I constantly want to call Power Glide Warpath.
Yeah. Same colors, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Nakomake.
Mad Hand. So
Model kit, right?
this looks like a lot of stuff going on.
That's like a master grade Gundam 800.
Yeah, it's a model
Nine-
kit.
830 parts.
830 pieces.
Looks cool, not for me. Yeah, and this
Is
this
it?
too stylized for me.
So John kept saying in there, I act like I know him. I've never met the guy, but he said he felt like this was like a Nightverse or a Bayverse Grimlock. Is that it, or is it more samurai like?
Seems more samurai.
I get such a big samurai vibe out of this.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be
Jared
fun.
said, there you go. Jared said, just call him Flight Path. That's a great Transformer name.
Yeah,
That is?
Flight Path.
Yeah, this looks like
Go and fire your Flight Path.
Yeah, I feel like that's more samurai, but it could
Yeah.
fit. I mean, they can make that work in the Nightverse.
oh
I don't know. It's just too stylized for me. It doesn't. I mean, I don't know. It looks cool, but it's just not.
Yeah, I have no desire for it.
Yeah.
I'm not
but
feeling it.
not for me.
It doesn't. It's. I love stylized stuff, but it like King Toys is pushing it for how stylized it is for what they are. This is like a little bit further than that.
Yeah, this seems like a step out of Transformers and going into something else too much.
Yeah.
But it's cool looking. It's just
Mitigate. And this is Drift.
Is that guy already out?
It is. This is where it kind of got boring because a lot of the stuff they're showing is already out. This was already out.
Yeah.
Oh, it
But
is.
I think this was, and it looks good. The helicopter mode's a little weird, but his robot mode looks. You know how I feel about a lot of the Bayverse stuff, but man, that looks.
This looks like the movie, right?
Robot
But-
and car mode looks great.
Yeah, look at that car mode, man.
Yeah, the
That
car
is
looks
gorgeous.
great.
Helicopter is
Helicopter.
iffy.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. What do you call it? What's the Legos that come with all the
Technic
yeah,
set.
looks like a Technic helicopter.
Yeah, but I think that was all leading up for them to announce that.
MP Pterosaur.
Yeah,
Looks
that
cool.
does look good.
Well, Transart was doing all the Beast Wars stuff, but I guess these guys are getting in.
We're doing the Transmetal stuff, right?
Everybody's going to have to start doing it, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got. It's time to move a generation on. I still consider Beast Wars G1, but I love OG G1. But I think it's time to do some fun stuff.
It looks good.
It looks good, but I'm going to be cutting down my MP collection.
Oh, I've already cut it down. This is awesome. Not for
Legends.
me. It's not for me, but for the folks that love Legends figures and love the Bayverse or the Nightverse, this is awesome news for them. Because it's about time that we started getting some, like for those fans to get some cool Legends figures.
And
I
it's a
would
new
probably
company.
do this Legends Bayverse. I might would go in on a couple of these.
I can only imagine how much of a pain in the ass a transformation will be. Because those things were never designed to transform anyway.
At least the Prime is probably well the Nightverse. They're more closer to actual transformations.
That looks like a miniature Zeta B, and I already want to break it.
It'll be broken for you. before you gotta get it.
Giant bee. Huge fire.
Yeah, I love the ironic names.
Nice.
Transform and roll out.
A name that I was surprised to see show up.
Yeah.
But it's the same old that we've seen like
This is out very soon. Like real
December.
sooner.
Yeah,
than
they
that.
said that preview figures were already going out to
Yeah,
reviewers.
it's
I haven't got any.
next month.
I
We
haven't
got
gotten
three
it.
reviewers here. We haven't got any transform and roll out. I know you're one of the 16 people watching this right now.
Oh, we got 16. I can't see the screen. I just have to look.
Send us some transform and roll out.
Yeah.
When that thing was first previewed, I was really excited for it, but it's MP, and I'm probably just gonna pass.
Yeah, same here.
I like this. I think it looks good.
Oh, I think it looks awesome.
It's kind of.
I just don't
Really
have
not.
space for it.
No, I'm pretty much. I've got to move a lot of this stuff around. I'm going to redo all these shelves. I've even thought about. I've been considering putting everything in alt mode and displaying it that way.
You know, it's a funny thing with Legends. A lot of folks is like the size price issue for them, but I'm finding the smaller size to be very valuable
Yeah.
for my real estate space.
Thank goodness my wife feels the same way.
Oh, really? Oh, good.
Yeah. She's finding smaller size very valuable.
I wasn't even thinking of it as a joke. I thought, but I mean, because when there's so many things you want, but there's no place to store them.
No, I mean I'm going to get a few risers and some new shelves, and like almost everything that I've got up here will fit on like 3 shelves as Legends.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 2 small cabinets, and I can fit pretty much all my Legends in there, and I got more coming. So,
Transbots. Jinx.
so
They-
big load.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know how they had to know, right?
something got lost in translation when they.
So
Yeah,
I might be in on this. Maybe it's a possibility.
It's one of the best looking alt modes of long haul I've seen.
Yeah, it does.
It looks good, but I'm telling you, X Transbots is the hot girl that looks good.
Yeah,
but
it's the crazy hot scale, man. It's the crazy hot scale.
Yeah,
both
and when
both of these, I know these are like renders or whatever, but this looks good.
I have yet to touch anything X Transbots that was a joy to transform.
Same. I mean, the closest thing for me the best one from X Transbots that I have is probably.
Yeah, Jared got it. This is what I said in my little video. I said he's got an empty dumper.
They're
spot on.
X
It could be
Transbots
bigger, but
Trailbreaker isn't too bad. It's not a joy, but it's not like frustrating.
I could see that.
actually, it got a dump truck out of it.
Yep, got dumps like a truck. Now this looks good.
This
It
reminds me.
looks like they're heading towards a very tune accurate Devastator.
Yeah,
It looks good, but
looks
it's
like they got
it's
parts for 'em
crazy.
too.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Transforming it will be.
Yep, I'm with you. I agree.
So it reminds me of like New Age a little bit. I bet you get this waist and leg piece.
Oh, I guarantee that's a separate parts forming piece.
Yeah.
There's no way that Scrapper folds these out.
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't see Mastermind Creations doing an all-in-one Devastator. It's virtually impossible to have a tune accurate all-in-one Devastator.
Yeah, it'd be hard. On to our friends Magic Square.
Oh, I love Magic Square.
I wish they had more previews though.
I do too.
Yeah.
They teased like a special announcement, and I'm like, bruh, you showed that last week on your Facebook.
I know. I know. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. So we got Strongman, which I've got this on the way
Yeah,
now.
it's on the way. I got a tracking number. It's sitting in New York right now.
Yep.
Some customs officers looking at it.
No, it hasn't even made it there. It's still chilling
Oh,
out in
it's
China.
that pre-customs thing.
Yeah.
Where they
it's the
do the customs in something like that.
pre-arrival.
Yeah.
But it
That's
looks
supposed
good.
to-
I don't have their first version, but I'm glad
I don't either.
I'm glad
It's
to be able to jump on this.
Best chance to get it right here.
I have
Did,
their first version, but I might pick this up because it actually looks better than their first version.
I doubt it. Well, maybe if the leg transformation is right, it could actually have a working dumper.
Then we got Jazz, which I'm
Did
not
you get
getting
this
this
one?
one because I already got Jazz.
Yeah,
But
I'm fine with the Jazz we got. I mean, I like the gold rims and I don't care about the clear windshield.
If it was a
or the-
G2, I might have picked
Yeah.
it
I'm
up.
sure they're gonna do.
If it was G2 or what's his name,
Ricochet.
Ricochet, like New Age
Yeah.
did, I'd probably get that. But not another of the same thing.
It's not a big enough difference for me to
No.
want it.
Meteorite.
So I'm really excited about this. But it does look a little more squared off and bulky than the New Age one. But the cockpit looks more square.
Yeah.
So I don't see this as being for all the tune accurate enthusiasts. I don't think it's going to be as accurate.
Yeah.
But I'm getting it, and there's no question.
Yeah.
It
Getting
looks
it.
good. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
I think
There's
robot mode New
absolutely-
Age looks better.
I will probably keep it in jet mode, not because I don't like the robot mode, but because the more I see New Age's jet mode, kind of the more aggravating it gets because the front end is so freaking long.
See,
That's what she said.
Yeah, she did.
I might would get this, keep this one in robot, and take the New Age and put in jet.
Really?
Yeah, because to me the New Age is way too big for both sides, both scales. Magic Square. And
Yeah, I do think he's too tall.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of out of scale. This is probably more accurate, a scale right here, with Jetfire, because
Wait, I have Starscream, the Magic Square. I'm just looking how he scales with New Age.
hey Ken,
there we go.
yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it. I think I like the New Age jet mode. The one thing I don't get around about New Age is the chest piece. I don't know why they just didn't make 3 flat sections instead of that little bump on the front to make a little tiny Autobot logo.
Yeah.
All right, so see what I mean here? So on the at
Yeah,
least
yeah.
how it looks to me, like the Magic Square one, the backpack comes up like it should, like
Mhm.
right to the top of I'm sitting here using my mouse like you guys can see it, but right to the top of the bulkier part behind the cockpit. Where
Can
the
you
New
point to the
Age is-
screen?
Yeah,
That one. Oh, there. I see it. There you go.
yeah,
Thanks.
you got it now.
I got it.
Thank you for it. Like the New Age sits back a little further, and it makes the cockpit too long. He has a long cockpit.
Bit.
But anyway, that's just me. I think that looks good. I think
Yeah.
they work well together in both scales. I mean, obviously, there's certain things that just aren't going to scale.
Oh yeah.
Jetfire would be massive.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. I love that
That's
it has
cool right there.
two cockpits
Yeah.
with nice seats in there.
That's
Those
cool.
those nanobots look like they might fit in there. Yeah, I think that
I mean,
looks good.
I'm curious if their pricing is going to be as competitive as New Age is for this one.
It's gonna be interesting.
I would almost say that it would be around the same as what we paid for. I'll say this. I think it's going to be around the same of what we originally paid for
Yeah.
New Age.
Yeah. I
Not
don't
the
think it'll be
new,
100
not the
this time.
current price.
Yeah.
Because the current cheap price is $119,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think we
it'd
got
be,
it for
it'd be 100
$85.
or under.
Yeah.
I think all those companies that did pre-orders didn't make as much of a profit when they got their invoice.
Yeah,
from
yeah. I mean, because it went up $20.
Yep. Even
Yeah.
even TFS Express it went up, and they're
Yep.
usually really
Show Z it went
cheap.
up. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in on the new on the Magic Square Jetfire, no question.
Iron Factory.
Again, we've been seeing this. We've been seeing
Yeah.
these images for a month.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
I mean, it looks cool. I'm not doing I did a couple of samurai figures. Iron Factory annoys me a little bit, not because they're not beautiful figures, but because it's like transformation is like the final thought in the whole thing. And they rarely, and I could be wrong about it. This could be completely different, but a lot of times their transformations are like, just lay that over there. Don't worry about if it tabs in or not.
Yeah.
You know the I noticed their regular ones, not the samurais. The transformations are better than the samurai.
Yes. Yeah. The samurai ones are specifically those are very, just put this in the place it needs to be.
See,
Another huffer, man.
Good right here.
That looks good.
How crazy is it that we're getting all these huffers? The next slide that shows a few different poses, maybe the next one, is, man, look at that. I love that middle pose.
Yeah.
That is awesome looking.
It makes Huffer not seem like that whiny G1 character.
It'll never work.
That's what's so funny to me is like they all like, maybe I have a different view of Huffer than what third-party companies do, because they all name him like strong man and tough guy.
Well, he was like the second strongest.
Yeah, they should have.
Braun,
Like, I'm
right?
wanting a version of him to come out called Whiny Bitch.
I think they're going according to his G1 tech specs. His character there.
Yeah.
I might get this. Fans toys.
I couldn't care less.
This part I was surprised, and even though I joke around saying they never combine, well, I'm sorry, they do combine.
They do. And if you're looking for the first three, just look up Enewtabie on eBay, and you'll find three for sale at a very good price.
You're saying you're not getting this.
I'm not. I am.
You gonna go to Zeta route?
The Zeta Legends.
Oh, okay. Did you pick that up yet?
Not yet. I'm going to. I'm running out of space now with what I got. I can't. I've got to. If I'm going to do masterpiece, it's got to be like the characters I care about. Mirage, Skywalker.
Yeah. That's where I'm
like
at.
that.
Like combiners for me and masterpiece are going to be. That's going to be hard for me to turn down. But I mean, like a Prime, a Megatron, a Sunstreaker. I mean, that's pretty much.
When I first saw this, I thought, are they doing Legends? Because
No,
I saw all
that's
this together, and I was like, that'd
that
be
is a
awesome. if they did,
massive
like, a set
display.
and all this.
That's.
It is a unique way to do the parts forming.
Yep.
Of the robot.
Yeah.
I think it makes part forming an easier pill to swallow when the parts can do something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that display is beautiful. Like having those jets up there like that is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's a great looking set, but that's like $5,000 worth of Transformers from Van.
Heavy too. Ooh.
So I just. All right, so this is what we were talking about earlier.
There, we finally got to it.
They show every slide, but I do not think that this transforms. And maybe I'm wrong. I mean, there's people out there that are in the loop more than me. This is just a guess. But I don't think it transforms.
FM02. So it's even as a new number designation.
Well, yeah, it's a different. It's like a sub brand in Fans Toys. They call it Fantastic Machines or Fantastic something. But
Fantastic model.
Yeah, Fantastic Model, which leads me to believe it doesn't transform.
I don't think it transforms.
No, it's just a figure.
Oh,
So I think it's their 3-0 type competitor.
I wonder if it scales with the 3-0.
It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's easy to make it pretty when it doesn't have to do anything. And look at the image. Once we get to the image of the inner bot, that also looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about that says transform. It says pull parts off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't.
Right, pass.
How big
I
is
think
it?
it's
I'm
an action
assuming it's
figure with another action figure inside.
yeah. I'm assuming it's still MP scale. It's just not transforming.
You know what? If it was a model kit and if the price was comparable with a Gundam Master Grade or Perfect Grade, I might get it.
You don't reckon it is a model, being it says fantastic model.
I mean, it could be, but they said they didn't say either way. They said a secondary line. I guess it could be a model kit, but I doubt it. I think it's I just think it's a
Action
figure.
figure.
Yeah. But here's the thing: if they were to do, some again, I keep saying this about the red line. Why aren't they doing the figures that we don't really see transform? Like, shit, I can't think of anybody.
Autobot
With,
Spike.
Yeah,
that
like
new-
Autobot
Yeah.
Spike, Alpha Trion. That's who I was trying to think of. Those are perfect for the red line.
I think red is going to go away in a year.
I
Oh
do
yeah,
too.
for sure. Yeah,
Yep.
it's not going to last unless they completely. But why not do Pretenders as red?
Yeah. I
You
don't
know,
I would
not
go
a
for
shell. Just do a Pretender shell figure that's not an actual shell as a red figure. People would eat that up.
I wouldn't mind a wave of the only human Autobots in red. Remember in
Okay, so
what
like,
Legend scale G.I. Joe size?
yeah, oh yeah.
Mhm.
See, now imagine like a red figure, right? So they're doing these like iguanas and stuff like this, right? Imagine a red figure that the back opened up and you could stuff iguanas in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just think it's a missed opportunity. Like
I don't know.
Raziel said.
When you said that, the first thing that came to my mind was like some kind of food processor.
Yeah, that's probably
Shove
about
it.
where they deserve to be. That's my next channel. I'm just going to start shoving Transformers into a blender. Yeah, I'm going to buy Fans Toys and 3-0 and Hot Toys, and I'm just going to
Oof.
put them in a blender.
Speaking of fan toys, I was at my storage unit and I found remember that Fans Toys Perceptor that I
Mhm.
bought but it was really bad because the plastic just is falling apart.
Was that before or after the flood?
I moved it after that flood, so I moved a bunch of stuff in storage and I'm just going through them. But I brought it out. I think I'm gonna. I wanted to take it to the range, but the public range here is closed, so I might just. I have a high-powered pellet gun. I might just shoot it with my pellet gun instead.
New Age. So, I'm gonna pass.
Nothing
I'm gonna pass.
new.
I like
again,
them, but not the weathered. I might.
We've seen this for a month now. Maybe not. I'm exaggerating, but
Those I might get. Megatron and Prime just because they're pegs in Prime.
I'm not going to pay the New Age price for those repaints. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But
That's like distressed furniture. What's the point?
I love the weathered look, but
I don't know.
yeah, it's you're definitely right. It's like weathered furniture because that costs too much too.
Yeah. You're paying it would be different if, like, say, instead of $100, Prime was $60.
Hey, if these were Magic Square prices, I'd buy them. But
they might be those prices on TFS Express, but you're gonna pay for the shipping.
So we got the toy version of Ultra Magnus.
I'm a sucker for that one. I'm gonna get that because it's a toy version.
Well, they showed this one, the toy version, and the translucent, right? Yeah. See, I'm not a sucker for toy versions.
Me either.
I'm not. I'm a stylized or tune guy.
Yep.
Deluxe is a sucker for the clear versions.
Yeah.
Deluxe is just a sucker.
Enewtabie.
Fans hobby.
All right. So
Man,
here's
this is a
their
beautiful
convention
piece.
exclusive.
So did Get Right Robot design this? Am I wrong?
I guess the coloring work and all that stuff. And
Yeah, I think he did.
looks great.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Again, talk about not having room for something. This is the epitome of not having room for something.
Yes.
I love Fans Hobby, but I just don't see myself getting much of their stuff anymore just because it's so big.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have Power Baser plus what do you call their Thunder
bomb.
Clash.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you got the other
yeah.
one too. Yeah.
So
I
I don't
mean,
know.
we'll get a little further along, and I'll see how you'll immediately see how hypocritical I am. But
Yeah, it looks good though,
That's good.
oh, it looks
It's
phenomenal.
painted nicely. Look, I mean, look at the paint.
and it's numbered, laser numbered.
Yeah. I think the Chosen Prime will have some. This makes me wish I would have waited.
That's the version you have, right? The original.
Well, I don't. That's the one I have the original of. Yeah.
Nice.
So
No
which
power.
version is this? The one we
That's
have is the
Power Links. That's Power Links Optimus Prime. It came with spark plug. It's the OG toy version I have.
One of the one of the repaints.
I'm not getting it down. It's behind all those other primes.
Yeah.
But
You know, back in the Energon Armada, there was so many repaints of other that, like, there was even a Super Fire Convoy. There was a yellow Sam's Club repaint. That
is it
Yeah.
Galvatron? That's
Yeah.
Galvatron.
yeah.
I'm waiting for one more repaint of that, which is Mega Zarek.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for me because it is a repaint, but it's technically a different character of
Yeah.
sorts. So, but I love that mold. That is just a blast of a figure to play around with.
Yeah, this
Absolute blast. Gimmicks like Fans Hobby, boy, they are appropriately named. See, Fans Toys, I don't feel is appropriately named.
Should be the other way around then.
Yeah, I mean, I think Fans Hobby is they seem like they get it because
Their
they
stuff
throw
is-
in all these little things that just make it that
Ooh.
extra touch.
And it makes it, and their stuff is fun. It's not.
This is
Jetfire.
Jetfire. This
Oh.
is Energon. Is it Energon Jetfire?
Armada.
Armada Jetfire. Armada. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, well
This
must buy.
this will be the pants for Armada Prime.
Yep.
It's going to combine.
Oh, is that it for them?
Yeah, that's it for them.
I thought they were going to show the.
They did
Double
show
Dealer.
Double Dealer.
Yeah, I got him coming. MMC.
They didn't show anything new either.
Yep.
We've seen Navigant there for a while, which I've got him pre-ordered from the Chosen Prime.
Yeah, looks good.
It looks
Just
beautiful.
like the Nissan Datsun, whatever. It's
Yep.
supposed to be.
Well, I guess technically a Datsun at this point, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That looks
280
awesome. I want all these, and I want them to hurry up and do them.
I think they're gonna need an upgrade kit because I think the toes or feet are a little too small for my taste.
I bet they'll do the same thing they did with Bruticus.
Hey, Deluxe is in the chat.
Oh, there you go. Hey, Deluxe.
That's
Pamela's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe get this. Maybe.
Uh,
I already
Yeah,
got
this
the
is-
Fan Hobby one, but
This is their
double
dealer,
dealer.
right?
Yeah.
So heavy retool of DZF, Deathsaurus. I think I would probably get this before I get the Fans Hobby one.
Because
This was
their scale is a little bit smaller too, right? For MMs.
I feel like it is, yeah. I mean, you look at the Fans Hobby monster box that we have; those things are massive.
Huge.
oh, okay. They're working to plug into the chest. That's cool.
Yeah. New Age already has like 5 primes. I think they have more than 5.
I think they're more.
They got like 10.
Yeah, they got like 9 or 10 primes already. They have used that David mold a lot.
I want this.
Well, I'm sure you do because now you have a masterpiece.
Yep.
But these are the size of actual tapes, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They're bigger, but
So I've got the Ravage Is that the only one I've got? Yeah, I've got the MMC Ravage, the tune color one that they had. These are amazing.
Oh man, I need to get that Ravage because that goes with Baroness, right?
Yeah, I think very early on I put a chain around him and posed him with the Baroness. It's the grayish colored one.
There we go.
Deluxe says there are 15 molds of David.
Yeah,
Deluxe probably has all 50. Yeah, see, that looks really nice.
yeah, it's
Perfect
so
for
good.
classified.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Deluxe got that.
Thank you for coming.
You won't see me in March.
That's a TFCON LA.
LA. Although, I mean, it would be cool to fly over there, but I just maybe if I do some more traveling this year, I can earn enough points to like have one of our flights covered. That I would do it then.
If I can double it as a business meeting, then I can.
Well, it's actually closer to you than it is to me, isn't it?
Yeah, I have customers.
How long is your flight from
5-6 hours, depending on the direction.
So it's about the same. It's about 5 or 6 hour flight here. Yeah. I'm telling you, everybody just needs to come here. We can do a reject a con or a bro con or whatever we want to do. Everybody just meet here, and
that's gonna be a 12-hour flight.
It's almost faster for you to go the other way.
I gotta be honestly, man. The panel wasn't that. I mean,
no.
What's the best thing out of that panel?
I was even the best thing. I mean, I knew I was going to get Navigant either way. There was nothing new. I guess the only new thing. What was the newest thing? MMC Double Dealer was the newest, right? Everything. Did we see everything else?
That's not that new. We know.
I think it's that panel is half the battle toy panel more. I mean, they had more stuff than anybody else to preview.
Lone Star says, "Do I hear a heart monitor?" I don't know. You probably hear something. It's not over here.
Could it be my 3D printer? It's going in the background.
Listen, Deluxe. If the East Coast TFCon is within a 6 to 8 hour drive, I'm in.
Yeah.
So if it's Orlando or Reston, if it's like, I don't think I would do Jersey or New York, but I don't see them going up that far.
They need to come to Charlotte.
They need to come to Charlotte. There's got to be a reason they don't. Like maybe Charlotte, the convention center just costs too much. Because I know a couple of local cons, like there's Heroes Con in Charlotte. They must get a deal there because they do it there every year. Well, yeah, I think they do it at the convention center. But I mean, Charlotte just likes itself too much for no good reason. So yeah, I'd like them to do Charlotte. If they did Charlotte, or I mean, you could even do Columbia.
Yeah.
Or Atlanta. Okay, I don't want to go to Atlanta, but they could do it.
If they do Charlotte, Reston, I'll be there next week.
Yeah, if they do Orlando, Reston,
I can do Orlando.
Charlotte. I mean, if they do Charlotte or if they do Orlando, then me and you, and if I can get Sardo in on it, we just all road trip the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
can I ride?
Me, Denise, you, and Sardo, we could all ride in the truck and go down, or go in 3Zs on a rental car and drive down. I would totally do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Y'all come meet here, leave your cars here. We all just drive down.
That sounds good.
I would do that in a heartbeat. Y'all could
save on gas because gas is expensive.
I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to get more expensive.
How far is Reston from where I'm at? Let me see.
From where you are? 6 hours?
No, it's Reston.
Where's Reston at?
Virginia.
3 hours 42. 3 hours
Oh,
42
that's not
minutes.
bad. So it's probably about 5 or 6 hours from me.
Is that South Carolina?
Virginia.
Virginia.
That's where the one where we didn't go to, where the Rejecticons were born, was at.
Ah.
That stinks.
You know, there's no direct flight to Virginia from Hawaii.
I don't imagine that there's a direct flight from Hawaii to anywhere because you're going to need fuel almost immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the farthest I can go without switching a plane is probably Texas.
Let's see. I would imagine, depending on who you fly, you'd probably end up in Atlanta, and then have a leg over from somewhere else. Like you'd probably go from Hawaii to
LAX.
probably
Yeah.
LAX, and then LAX to either Atlanta or Philly, and then Atlanta or Philly down to wherever you need to go.
Actually, I would go to Charlotte, according to Expedia,
No, there you go.
and it would be
I always forget about how big of an airport Charlotte is.
Yeah. I do too. I would have thought you would have been in Raleigh, Durham.
from
or-
Hawaii
or,
to LAX to Charlotte, then from there to a regional flight to
Or
Virginia.
Greenville, I guess, would have been another one. That's where a lot of our folks fly into when we're going to Virginia. They'll fly into is it Greenville, Spartanburg, or somewhere like that. I think.
16 hours, man.
Jeez.
You can do it.
Dude, that's crazy. It took me 26 hours of flight time to get to, I think Thailand.
Thailand? Yeah, Thailand.
Yeah. That was bananas. That was nuts. Like Denise always laughs, like she went to work and came home twice while I was in the air.
Wow.
But see, at least in those flights, they're more comfortable than the regional flights. I don't know. The airplanes are bigger.
I flew from here to Atlanta and then Atlanta to Mexico, and the plane from here to Atlanta, I had more room than the Atlanta to Mexico.
Really?
Yeah. I remember I got on the plane in Atlanta or to Atlanta from here, from like the local airport. I mean, it's an international airport, but I was like, my knees aren't hitting the chair. Like, what's going on here? I have room. Oh, and I always try to get the emergency exit row anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was, I don't know what was going on, but I was happy for it.
I took Delta. Their planes are small.
I only fly Delta. Like
They're
when I'm flying Delta
Regional.
or their partners, yeah.
Oh.
I think
Orlando.
Korean Air is also like a Delta partner.
I like Korean Air. Very nice. Very good service.
Yeah, love Korean Air. That's where I think I told y'all, it's where I accidentally got some of the hottest ramen I've ever had.
Yeah.
Did I tell y'all that?
No.
It was so freaking hot. It was pitch black in the plane. We're flying at night and everybody's eating, and they had more food options than I've ever seen on a flight. I mean, it was a long flight.
Yeah.
So like I start seeing these people eat ramen and I'm like, oh man, I could really go for some of that right now. So I called the lady over and she said, can I have some of that ramen? And I had no idea. So it's just normal ramen. They cook it, bring it to you, and then there's 2 packs.
Yeah.
You know all about this, Larkin. But there was 2 packs, and I just see people. I'm looking around. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I can't really see anything, but I see like the guy across the way, and I'm like, I don't know what's in these, but obviously I need to season it because I know enough about ramen to know that there's a packet of seasoning. So there's a powder pack I pour in there, and then there's this liquid pack that I can't really see. I just know it's in there. So I open it up and just squeeze the whole thing in there, stir it up. And I take a bite and I'm like, oh shit. I've got probably about 18 hours left of flying. But yeah, it was really hot. Not unbearable, but it was a surprise. You know, when you're not expecting it.
It's not the new. It's not as hot as the nuclear noodles.
No, it wasn't. And I finished that bowl with some sweat in my eyes, but yeah, it was. I can't do that stuff anymore.
Was all the people around you Korean that was eating?
I couldn't tell. It was dark. They had. I mean, it was pitch black in there, other than like the walkway lights and like a little bit. I was up fairly close to the, like the flight attendant station in the front, and well, before you get to the expensive seats, I was as far as you could get up front without paying more money.
I lucked out when I took Korean twice because going there I flew regular, but it was a trip to the Philippines. But my uncle works in the government or whatever. He knows the managers in there, and he was able to get me. We got first class in Korean twice, going back home, and it's such a. It feels much shorter in first class, much shorter trip.
Well, I can tell you, the next time that I get contracted to do anything overseas, I am going to have them foot the bill for something
Expensive.
a lot nicer.
Bill it, man. Just bill it.
They normally they pay for it, right? It's part of the contract. I don't have to bill it, or I don't have to expense it. They cover it. That's part of our deal. Like part of my thing is, if you want me to go somewhere crazy, I'm not paying for anything. Like like once I get there and need to buy stuff, that's one thing. But like, I need a place to stay. I need a way to get there. That's on you. Yeah. And normally that means middle of the plane. You know, so I'm like, next time I'm going, I want to lay down. If I'm going on another 18, 19, 20 hour flight, I want up front where I can lay this whole thing down and roll a curtain around me.
Hey, especially if they got to make you go to work right when you land.
Oh yeah, I mean when we land, by the time we land, it's work.
Yeah, I mean you don't have a time to recover.
No, I mean unless it just so happens that you get there at night when you got to go to sleep. But most of the time that's not the case. Most of the time it's land, get off the plane. Sometimes it's not even. You know, they'll have somebody there to take our bags to their airport or to the hotel, and then we're off and running. And you know, depending on the gig, it could be like dramatic start, like not like chill out. It's like, all right, here's the fan. That's the shit hitting it. Let's go. You know.
So my company has a place in Dubai, right? So my boss sent me a picture. He flew on Emirates.
Oh, that's another nice airline.
Oh, yeah, I would like to do that one.
So the picture he showed, he's sitting in there. He's basically got like this wall around the side of him, TV about the size of my monitor in front of him, and he's laid back almost like it's a bed, and it's just a whole section to yourself.
So Korean Air had that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was like it wasn't first class, but it was like
business
executive
higher than business
class. Right? Yeah, it was like an executive class. They were like there was only like 8 or 10 of them, but they were side by side but private.
Yeah.
And they had a TV up there, and you could recline all the way back, and you could roll a curtain. That's what I was saying. That the only time I saw that was on Korean, and then, what Singapore Air is like. I've never been on that, but they have some top notch.
You know what I noticed? The first class from other countries' airlines, they really go all out compared to American Airlines first class.
100. Yeah. Like, yeah. It's part of it is a lot of those. It's government run, and we discuss. You know how we offer.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're federal, and like a lot of money goes into that. But like ours are all like basically private companies, and it's take as many put as many seats in there as you can. Yeah. Take care, Ken. Appreciate you coming in, dude.
Hey, Dark. He was saying his friends in Manila are looking for. Studio Series 86 Ironhide's been spotted in the U.S. and Entertainment Earth's pre-orders started shipping.
Yeah, I think didn't somebody in like Texas or somewhere to find some?
I think so. Yeah.
My pre-order's on its way.
Yeah.
You see that Django Fett I saw tonight? The
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
Jelly- yeah. That's the
Oh,
first
man,
time I've seen it.
They're repainting everything.
Did you, Enewtabie, did you want to get that Droids cartoon version of Mando? Did you get that or want it?
What in 6-inch or
Yeah,
3?
yeah.
No,
6.
I'm good. I'm kind of out of
Because I've
6.
seen it a couple times. I didn't know if you wanted
Yeah,
it.
I had to cut back on that and just kind of stick to a few other things. Just get too much. So
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure
yeah,
enough.
we're starting to see cases show up. I mean, not around me, but I've seen like on Facebook and a couple of forums where people have been seeing them show up. I showed y'all. I saw Lego Prime. I did not expect to see it, but it was at Target.
I looked at my Target tonight. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Did you get it? Enewtabie?
No. I don't need
you want
Legos.
it if
I
you
need
find it?
Legos like I need more
Anything
Transformers.
else? Yeah.
But you do need more Transformers.
That's true. I don't need Legos.
Sardo's not watching, but if he shows up and he wants a Lego Prime, I might have him carry that one home. I got nowhere for it.
It's big. It is
Yeah.
pretty big.
It is big. It's cool. It's a very gimmicky, cool thing, but I'm not going to buy any more Legos, so I don't need that one.
I think it's just gonna be a one-off thing.
Studio Series 86. Ironhide.
Oh, Prime.
What Prime?
Leaking lubricants, Prime.
See,
That's what she
Bert's
said.
got that's just Prime. I think we should all. I think I'm going to start what Prime.
He sees them. Yeah, they're sellers on eBay, but it's gonna show up. I mean, the eBay guys are just wanting the early stuff.
I'm
Early
telling
buyers.
you, I am done, and I've said it numerous times as a reviewer, but for the most part, like I'll pre-order any place where I don't have to put any money down.
Yeah.
Other than that, like unless it's an exclusive somewhere, if I see it in the store, that's cool. If I don't, whatever. I'm not chasing this stuff anymore.
If anybody sees retro carded Apocalypse,
Oh, I've seen that.
snag that for me, please, and I'll pay.
Okay. I'll look tomorrow. When I take her to work, I'll look. I saw it. Where did I see it at?
Probably Target. I bet.
I think it was the. Oh yeah, I was trying to think which.
GameStop.
Yeah, no, it wasn't GameStop. I can look in GameStop though because I was there just the other day.
I'm looking for Amazon keeps putting it up for like 60, 70. The secondary market is 60, 70. That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
unless
30,
I'm
38
completely
bucks.
losing my mind, I think I saw it at Target. It's the lighter blue Apocalypse, right?
It looks like the one from the cartoon, but it's on the retro card. It doesn't have
Yeah.
cell shading. Comes with like the gun and the blast effects.
Did I send you?
Oh, 54
Jubilee?
bucks.
Yeah, I got Jubilee.
Was that the only one I had?
Of the cell.
Yeah, I think that's the only retro one I had. The only VHS one I had.
Oh, what was the retail of it?
38.
Of that? 30?
Yeah, it's like
You have it on
40
Amazon?
bucks.
It's on Amazon for 38 bucks.
Every time if people say that, when I go, it doesn't. It comes up something else.
I just added it to my cart. I'm gonna check out.
I'm
Dark
checking
Conan,
it
I love
right now.
GameStop. I like my
I'm gonna
folks at
check it
GameStop.
out and get the last one.
It's
I'm not saying
$54
that's
on mine.
No, scroll down where it says other sellers, Amazon.
Oh shit.
You gotta scroll down.
Hold on.
Do you think it's the last one? You think it's the last
Messages
one?
about items in your cart. Okay, that's not mine. What is this?
Kato or anyone, is there a lost episode of Transformers G1? I swear there's an episode where they told the story of how they built the auto cassettes and how Blaster was made their custodian.
That's probably a Rodimus Primal question.
Yeah, that's not a me question.
Oh, hey, Enewtabie, it's not shipping till November though, but I'm gonna order it anyway because sometimes they ship early.
Take care, elites. Thanks for hanging out. We're just shooting this shit now, so like you
Did you
guys
order?
in the chat. I appreciate
Nah,
all of you.
I don't want to wait to November.
Watch. You
I'm
say you don't want to
terrible,
wait,
dude. You
you-
sound like me. That is, I would rather not pre-order it and know it's coming in November than just say, I don't. I'd rather not wait until November. What are you gonna find it tomorrow? I'm not coming down on you because I do the same thing. It's like I don't want to pre-order that and wait till November. I'll wait
Hey.
and see if it shows up at the store magically somehow between now and November.
I do that.
You know what would be funny? If Amazon ships my order next week.
Yeah.
And then
You
he
know
goes
what's
back, it's out of stock.
What's crazy about that figure is it's the Apocalypse from the cartoon, from the animated show. He just doesn't have cell shading, but it's the same one on a retro card.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Where the hell is Sardo at? Where's he at? Let me see if when does it say he was online last? Oh, he was online 17 minutes ago. Get your ass to the live stream.
So
Yeah.
we can at least for once have all four.
That's
I
right.
know. Damn, dude. You know, he's coming here next week. We're gonna hang out.
Amazon.
You should make the trip down, Enewtabie.
That'd be
Yeah, you
so
go
hard
down,
to
I'll
do.
go down too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a bit different.
Then
That's what she said. You go down, I'll go down too. That's what she said. How about Amazon charging us broke donkey saltines a week in advance? Am I right? Oh, is that what they're doing? Are they charging early?
I think I think they have this kind of system similar like with Toy Dojo when they know it's en route or something,
Yeah.
then they
I can
tap
see
your
that.
card.
Saltines.
I got
Extra zero.
charged
You
for-
get in here.
And I did get charged for Kamakura.
Who's that?
Oh, Ionicus says he got the
Steak Eyes
Retro
Protege,
War Machine.
G.I. Joe Classified.
Oh, comic. Okay,
He'll
yeah.
be here Tuesday.
Retro carded War Machine today. Is that
Cool.
I think that's already out. Dang.
I want that retro Iron. Well, I don't know if it's retro, but you know the Iron Man with that huge blaster from the video game.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the one they
yeah.
showed at the last
Yeah.
Yeah.
live stream. That massive
I-
blaster
I used to play that character all the time just because I
of
love
that
it
blaster when he whipped
yeah,
that thing out and it's
bam,
that's
and
what
you're
she
like-
said when he
Yeah.
when the big cannon would show up. Yeah, that was
then it shows you
that
how
was
much
the
that-
most impressive special
Yeah.
move. If it doesn't come with a backdrop, like if inside that box of the gun isn't a fold out backdrop of the wild like anime
Oh, yeah, that'd be
cartoon
cool.
shooting colors, that's a
It
missed
comes
opportunity.
with like several blast effects, I think, right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
it-
talking about, right? Like the
Yeah.
multicolor anime blast that it would do when you did the special move. Oh, Zero said shoot him a link if you want to hang out with an extra Zero.
How you do it? Can we just send it to him?
Yeah, the link. I don't have the link. I just clicked on the link.
Oh,
Yeah, just do the invite.
invite.
Throw it over into a private Facebook message.
Let's see if it's gonna.
Then as soon as he comes on, we're all gonna go.
Yeah.
We're just inviting him on so we can all leave. Deluxe can get on.
It's
Deluxe
like
can get on too if the Wi-Fi at the hotel was worth a fart.
Sent. I think.
we can just have this stream go 24 hours. We'll just like change shifts.
Yeah, we'll do it. Enu didn't come down to see me. That's true. You didn't.
Yep.
I had a good time with old Deluxe. He's a pretty good dude. Eventually, me and Zero is going to be neighbors.
All right.
Where's Zero?
All right.
What it do, Zero?
What's up, Bo?
Why are you guys up so late? It's got to be like 10 o'clock there.
I mean,
Midnight.
Yeah,
It's midnight 19.
yeah, exactly.
It's way
almost-
past my bedtime. The whole point of me not doing the Saturday night live stream like I normally do is because I was tired and didn't want to do a stream. And look at this shit. I'm on later than I would have been if I'd have done it myself.
See, there we go.
What's up, Zero?
Ooh.
Oh,
Same
no
old same.
advertising. No advertising.
All right.
Opponent. I don't care.
No, it's not even.
It's not even.
It's
my
not even his
channel.
channel.
Actually, I was trying to turn off my green screen here
I
because
don't
it was when I picked up my bottle. I was like, I normally
think
have the
Any of
green
us
screen
actually
for
care. Everybody go watch Figure Action every whatever night they're on.
Thursday
every
night or now.
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday night. Wait, let me find the link to your channel.
Yeah, drop it into Chizat. What's up,
There we
Zero?
go.
How you been?
Man, this work week sucked. I do IT for a living, and everybody knows. And yeah, we've got a project go live, so I put in like a close to a 70-hour work week. I actually worked today. I worked till 11 last night and worked like 9:30 to like 2 today. It sucked, but at least I have one day off of my weekend, and I get to hang out with y'all to close out my Saturday, so it's pretty good.
You're a gamer. Anybody playing Gotham Knights or Call of Duty this week?
So I didn't pre-order Call of Duty, and I waited on reviews for Gotham Knights. That's gonna be, if I get it, it's gonna be a Black Friday deal.
I'm having more fun with that game than I thought. Maybe my expectations were low, but I'm having more fun with it than I thought I would be.
I've heard the boss battles are cool. Like I saw a little bit of and not to spoil it, but I saw a very cinematic boss battle, and I know some of the bosses that are in there. And it looks neat, but I've heard it's very grindy.
It's super grindy, but all right. So first off, you got to forget the Arkham series.
Yeah.
Like there's just enough of it to remind you of the Arkham series to confuse you into thinking that it's like a sequel to it of some sort. It's not at all. It's a completely different story. Like, Batgirl in the Arkham series was in the wheelchair. She was already Oracle. This one, she's up and running around like normal. It's none of that. But so if you've seen any of the trailers for it, this isn't a spoiler. The whole gimmick is Batman is dead, and these guys are having to take his place. Immediately, when I started, before I thought it wasn't a sequel, I was like, well, that's how, the last Arkham game ended.
Right.
House blow up and all that. It's nothing to do with that at all. Opening cinematic, one of the coolest Batman cinematics I've seen in a long time. It's great. It is grindy, but it's grindy in the way that I keep saying it reminds me of the Spider-Man games. The combat reminds me more of the Spider-Man games than it does like the Arkham games. I'm having fun with it. Like this is another one of those games like Spider-Man where I search around for all the mini missions to do before I go do any of the story stuff. And
I've actually been replaying Spider-Man. Now that you mention it,
it's a phenomenal game.
In the palm of my hand.
Oh, you cheated!
Oh wow!
I know I did.
Is this that Steam Deck thing or
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I say the palm of my hand, but this thing's massive, and
that's what she said.
It's like the size of a Stitch.
That's way bigger than the Switch.
Yeah.
Yay! Hey, thank you for subscribing. We have good conversations, and if you're a fan of TM reviews, he's turned into kind of a semi-permanent cast member along with T-Man 978. So we've got a pretty eclectic group on Figure Action. So yeah.
Sonny's been doing a lot of good coverage of TFCON.
Oh yeah, did you see X Transbot stole his pictures?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. They stole his pictures. He took pictures from the con and shared them out, and X-Transbots took his pictures with no credit and posted them as if they were their own from the con.
Well,
are
we
really?
really?
I was about to say, are we really surprised a third-party company swiped
know,
a few
right?
photos?
So
Yeah.
there you go. There's the deck and the.
Oh wow! Yeah, that's huge.
Big difference, and then also the profiles. Like the Switch is
Yeah.
very thin, and this is like.
That is
Not-
a big deck. Extra Zero has a huge.
I got a big deck. All hands on deck, right?
Yeah.
So, I actually got to charge.
Anyway,
The only thing What's it? Yes and no. This is if you're like early adopters. This is part of the reason why it's like it's neat. It's like having a portable PlayStation 4, but also the battery. This ain't a Nintendo Switch. Like when the Nintendo Switch first came out, it was like, people were griping because they were getting 4 hours of battery life. If you want your games to look anywhere near like a PS4, you're gonna get 1 to 2.
Yeah.
So be prepared. This is like the deck versus the Switch. I like to say it's like the Game Boy versus the Game Gear.
Yep. That's exactly what it
Yep.
reminds me of. Yeah. Exactly what it reminds me of. So what did you think of the third party panel? Are you super excited about all the awesome stuff they showed?
I mean I'm conflicted a little bit. Like the fans toy stuff. I was like, man, when are we going to see it? I'm a little bit scared. So again, I've been having a little bit of a crazy day. Is it my understanding that the last bits of Superion, like the last 2 aerial bots and the combiner pieces, are being sold as a set? Is that what I heard correctly?
I didn't hear that, but
Yeah.
is that the going rumor from folks on the ground up at TFCON?
I mean, my boy Lance was there, and he likes to troll, so he was like telling me it was being sold as a set. So I don't know if somebody can keep me honest there. I think they look good. I think it's just like, why are they still grayscale renders? That Magnus though, X Transbots, just kill yours. You're done.
Well, it's not a transformer. It doesn't transform.
It doesn't look like it transforms.
It has to.
No, if it goes,
No.
show the slides, roll the tape.
I don't have it handy.
So
You don't think it transforms after?
I don't think it transforms. It's a secondary brand under Fans Toys called Fantastic Model,
yeah.
and nothing that they show is looks like it transforms.
If it
But
transforms, I'd be surprised, but it doesn't look like it at all.
So even like when they show off the inner bot, they show like all the pieces coming off of the outer Ultra Magnus shell.
They didn't even show an alt mode.
I do not think it transforms.
Well, it's all renders though. I mean,
well, it's actually they could render in alt mode.
Yeah, they could render in alt mode, right?
I do not. I think it's. I think it's an action figure line to compete with 3.0 and stuff like that. I do not think it transforms, and I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
but I don't think.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was wrong about the aerial bots not combining.
I mean, if you look at go to the one where it's just the Optimus body, and look at the legs. Look at the inner legs. So zoom in on that. What's his right leg?
That's about as zoom as I can get on this.
Yeah. If you look at like where it is, why does he have those panels in there? Like if you look at the inner part of that leg, to me that looks like that's transformation bits right there. And then also
maybe.
you can see if you were to zoom in on his left forearm, there's a hinge right there. And then if you also look at like the left shoulder, there's also a hinge on that shoulder panel.
Yeah.
So why the rebranding though?
Because why the same reason they did Robot Paradise, I'd think.
That's true.
There's already an official Magnus. Kind of like the same reason like why Outrider got a generic box. There's going to be an official.
Go to the image that shows it was that little preview of the outer, like that right there.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't look transformy to me. That looks.
I think.
Why does the wheels pop off?
Yeah, of course that could just be some groovy render that they're doing to show what it does. Absolutely.
I think that they're doing this to, the same way that they're trying to do an upper hand on Takara Tomy with like some of the releases. Like they got their Trailbreaker and their Hoist out before Takara Tomy. I think that they're doing this to get this in people's heads before that version of Stack 2.0 comes out. People are like, same thing they did with the Perceptor. They got their they started showing off the renders of Tesla 2.0. Like, oh yeah, you think the X Transbots looks good? You ain't seen nothing yet. And I think this is early.
You very well could be right. It's just for them to rebrand it and call it Fantastic Model, it rang to me of non-transforming. But you're right. I mean, if you look at the right leg there, I mean, there are mold decisions there that don't make sense for a figure.
Yeah, they don't look like what you'd have if you just had clip-on armor.
Yeah, I mean, look at the back of his right arm. You could be right. I mean,
So you're saying they're doing this to discourage the people from buying the X-Transbot?
Oh, 100%.
But I'm already discouraged from buying it. No.
Well, yeah. I mean, X-Transbots has its detractors, but it also, like a good friend of mine, Mike Rogers, he loves X-Transbots. And there is some really cool, and I'm somebody that owns a lot of X-Transbots. There's some really cool stuff that X-Transbots does engineering-wise that nobody else is.
Well, I think X-Transbots cosmetically, like in each mode, look as good as Fans Toys.
Like that Galvatron that was on display, that is the best looking Galvatron I think anybody's ever done, from like alt mode and robot mode. Like the silhouette of that thing is just chef's kiss.
Yeah, I mean, their Cyclonus, I got rid of it, but their Cyclonus was gorgeous.
Yeah,
pain in the dick to transform.
But it was also the first, and so was their Scourge.
Yeah.
But I just think the rebranding is, they know Takara Tomy has one. They don't want to get in that waters, because it's like you got to be real careful if you're doing an Optimus, I think.
Yeah.
Because if this,
I mean, you're convincing me that I could be wrong, but it was because you're right. If you look closer, there's some mold decisions there that don't make sense for a non-transforming figure.
The other thing about this too is fans for a long time, people were upset when the official Magnus came out that it was a perfect transformation. There's a big market for people that want that inner Optimus robot.
Oh, it's very cool. Like the fact, I mean, you heard the crowd. If you watched, I did, I think I mentioned it. It was Transmissions podcast did a live stream of it, and people are excited about Fans Toys anyway. But I mean, it was hilarious. I mean, the fans love their Fans Toys, no doubt about that. But yeah,
Dark. I think it's Dark Cannon. He said he's a good point here. He says Magic Square Prime 2.8 doesn't look like it transforms either.
It really doesn't. It doesn't really look like it. But it's the same kind of thing where if it didn't, just like you were saying about that, these little panel pieces here wouldn't exist if it didn't need to. I mean, you're not going to make a figure look like it transforms that doesn't. You're going to make it more accurate.
I think if Fans Toys was to make a non-transforming figure, it would really look like it didn't have any visible tooling or engineering. It would look
look like it came out of the cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Like they'd hide all the joints and the seams.
I could see that. All right, fine. Now get out of here. You're no longer invited. No, I'm just kidding. It's not my stream.
I like to feel welcome. That's all.
No,
it looks cool. I mean, I hope it transforms.
The good news is I wasn't going to buy it either way, so it really doesn't matter. But
I'm the sucker that just bought your Ultra Magnus, man.
Oh yeah, you did.
I think the smart thing about making it a non-perfect transformation is that there's that built-in market for it. Like, I think they're going to have people that are like, oh man, Fans Toys come out with a Magnus, and because in parts forms, it's going to have better articulation than Stack 2.0, which is a perfect transformation.
Zero. While I have you here, I have a thing that I found today.
Oh,
how are you enjoying that Grimlock?
It's funny. He has not left my desk.
Well, he also can't light up.
Oh shit! I didn't realize.
I didn't either. So I'm sitting here messing with. So the little cap that's on his head that this slides into is probably the only thing that falls off.
It's funny because I have this battery sitting on my desk too, and I haven't even thought to put it in. I thought the battery was I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll get around.
I need to mail you this.
Right on.
Slide. I was sitting here messing with so in my little, I've got like a little catch-all for bits and pieces. So when I was packing him up more than once, this fell out,
Oh,
and I
crap.
was certain that I got it the last time.
Hmm.
Well, I didn't.
It's
right
funny. I also have to do surgery on my fans hobby Galvatron or Megatron, the Armada one. Like the light up module didn't work. Fans hobby sent me another one. So
Lone Star, hey, Lone Star
Actually,
says, "Look,
did you
look behind you."
Yeah, did you close your door good?
it's probably my dog or one of my dogs. I'll
I
see.
thought I saw.
Getting
I
close
thought
to
I
Halloween.
yeah, I thought I saw a strange creature come through.
It's either one of the dogs or my wife.
Oh, you know, what'd be really cool. You go back and watch the stream, and then you see somebody.
I know, right? You see a little eye,
It's
like,
Okay.
but
"Hey, we
taller
didn't see
than anybody could be in the house. Like a
Yeah.
six, like
Yeah.
6.5 feet. You just see.
It's like those security guards who see stuff on cameras, but they
It's
never see it.
it's the 3 men and a baby ghost.
It's just a spooky ghost. It was neither my dog. Well, it's like my dogs are like little imps. They love to like run through and be like, yeah, we got a crap. The lady that lives here is asleep, but what about the guy? He can take us out.
He could take us. I hear him running his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wake him up.
Oh man!
So,
Wow. People are selling that steel jaw for like $250 on eBay.
oh man,
250.
I have potentially an inside track to get one, and I'm debating whether I want to or not.
Do you have an inside track for that Delta Magnus?
I do not, unless TM Reviews can help you, because he's well, I would think
keep an eye out.
Deluxe would be able to help you, wouldn't he?
TM Reviews got it early. Like he got it
He did,
the
yeah.
night before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, TCP says they plan on having more copies.
Because that's supposed to be their sponsor robot, isn't it?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the Chosen Prime and Get Right Robot and TFCON. That's it. So
600 only though, limited, right?
Yeah.
yeah, they sold out.
I think it would have been an easier sell if they pieced it out, but I mean, I kudos to them for selling it the way that they wanted to, as a complete set.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
didn't they
altogether,
do
it's
that with
a good
another
price.
recolor? Didn't they do that like 383 for like the previous recolor? They had the whole set.
The
Fire guts.
fire guts.
Fire
Yeah.
guts. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Well, with fire guts, I feel like you'd want to have the. I mean, you could make the argument either way, buy it separately, but you know.
Yeah, I'm probably in on that. We were talking earlier. You asked what the most excited Enewtabie, what the thing we're most excited about. I'm actually excited for that Armada Jetfire
Mm.
to clamp that big boy on the already giant power Armada Prime.
I mean, it's not. I mean, compared to Power Baser, he isn't as big.
No, but he might be with Jetfire on it.
Well, you do Jetfire and Overload on there.
Yep.
That's
Didn't
Yeah.
they tease an overload too?
They teased it. Yeah,
Like last TFCon, right?
yeah, because they showed that's how they teased Jetfire. Like it's obviously that Overload is designed to haul Jetfire. So
Yeah.
They teased Tidal Wave too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Tidal Wave they've shown full like a legit prototype for it.
So yeah, they'll have Tidal Wave for Megs, and they'll have Jetfire and Override for Prime. They're going to be massive. And I've limited my MP purchasing, but those sets, because I've said it a long time. I don't care for the Armada or Energon or Cybertron cartoons, but I loved what Dreamwave did with the comics, and I want those. Dreamwave. I keep wanting to say DreamWorks. Different.
I do gotta say though, like personally, I didn't see all that much that really wowed me in the third party panel here. I mean, if you're a Legends collector, I feel like
Well, if you're a Legends collector, we've seen it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've seen all those
There.
already.
Like,
Ironically, fans toys didn't show Fort Max, the body.
I think
Man,
that
I don't think
they
they're
got a
anywhere near
lot
on
to
that.
figure out.
Yeah.
I think fans toys knows that they really are kind of pushing it. Like I mean, you could speculate a lot on why Fans Toys is releasing as much as they are right now. Um, you know, I feel like they kind of feel like there might be issues like in the global marketplace with the cost of things going way up and relations between the U.S. and China getting tenser and tenser. I think they're trying to hit as many
Get
out
it
as
out
they
now.
can.
Get
Yeah.
it out now before there's sanctions.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
honestly, get
Get the
as
Yeah.
much
low-hanging
stuff out before sanctions
Oh yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean that's almost a guarantee. If something
Mhm.
dramatic hits off, not to get political, but one of
Right.
the first things they're going to do is sanction the country. And
Yeah. So I if I were Fans Toys, I would focus on getting those last two aerial bots and dead end out and stop trying to compete with the Kartomi. I think that in and of itself is a losing battle. And I think also too, it defeats the purpose of third party. I know there's some people now that they'll take Fans Toys over to Kartomi. That says a lot about the brand. I'm not in that camp. I got into third party because it was filling gaps in my collection that Kartomi was taking way too long to get to, and I'd rather have the best.
well,
of
you
both
look at what
worlds.
X Transbots is doing.
Yeah.
The weird stuff that
Right.
nobody else is touching.
Well, Fans Hobby really, in my
Fans
opinion,
Hobby.
kicked
Yeah,
that.
they were the
off.
master of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Master of
Isn't
that.
Fans Hobby's in Hong Kong? I wonder
I
how
believe
that
so.
Yeah.
how that affects, because I know the U.S. has separate sanctions for China and Hong Kong.
Well,
So
I thought China took over Hong Kong like very softly. It didn't make much
yeah,
news.
but I mean, but in far of sanctions, like I know they sanctioned them separately,
Mhm.
which is
You think they're
odd.
expensive now, McDJ?
No,
Because
also,
like if you go on the Department of the Treasury site, they have separate sanctions for Hong Kong,
Yeah.
just for
honestly,
them.
I think if we saw sanctions, one of these companies, and it probably would be X Transbots for better or worse, would move their factory to Vietnam like Lickety Split.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, if they went into Taiwan, you can pretty much expect
Fans
that's it from
Toys.
China.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
Yeah,
I think
no more Magic Square, no more New Age, unless they go somewhere else.
But then again, it is toys, so normally they hit the higher stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah, but with petroleum and plastics,
that's going to be
Yeah.
the key right there. Petroleum. That's
Yeah.
going to be the key.
get ready
So
get ready to go back to wooden toys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Bamboo.
I made a joke. I made a meme joke the other day about people complaining about the size of toys and the price of toys. It was a innocent little stab at the complaint, but anybody that grew up in the late 70s, moving on into the 80s, we all remember everything going 3 3/4.
Yeah,
And
that's
it was-
the biggest reason.
And it was all because of petroleum and plastics and
The 90s
Yeah,
was a
so-
big resurgence of big sturdy toys.
Mhm.
I remember Bondi America really kicking
Yeah.
that off, and like that was the thing about Power Rangers is love them or hate them. Those were big chunky bricks of
Yep.
like
Yeah, they were some of the big, larger toys that you would get action figure wise that were decent quality and not like just junky hollow plastic
that's
for
why everybody was
5-year-olds.
doing like 3 3/4 back in the early 80s.
Oh yeah, GI Joe was
G.I.
that's
Joe.
the meme I made was
Yeah.
in the early days you had your 12-inch Joes with cloth parts or cloth goods and all that, and the whole reason it went to 3 3/4 was the cost of oil.
Yeah. I just gotta wonder too, like the I don't know if any of you guys watch Tony's channel. He does that podcast with Bobby Valla. What's his name? Analog Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's had a lot to say lately about the direct to customer sales model, and
He's a great dude.
I love listening. Honestly, I've been binging his content. I've listened to that dude talk all day, and he's got a lot of points about like what's going on now with these direct to customer sales models, and that potentially being the future. I listen to him, and also, it's funny because a lot of the figure action guys don't like him, but Nerdzoic, I like his channel too. I got to shout out that guy Matt, big nerdy. He also runs a toy shop, and he talks a lot about
that guy.
Yes, yeah. That's
Go ahead.
but it's really interesting, like the way that it seems like a lot of these measures they're trying to make their money now, before crap really hits the fan. And it's like you kind of seen the writing on the walls. Hasbro moved into Vietnam and India for their
Yep.
production, like well before some
It
of
was
these
a it
tensions.
was a rushed move too.
It was, yeah.
It was a rushed move.
Yeah, I mean they have to. You got to think as a toy company. I mean, what they I think Bobby Vallis said that it's 8 to 12 months of design and create. You know, the creative process is, you know, a year or more in advance. It's 6 to 8 months of actually creating a product, and that's with like steady manufacturing, not like the
Yeah.
the studying up to get it done. So how far in advance does a company like Hasbro and even these 3P companies have to think, like when they start seeing stuff go down, they're like, okay,
And I
we
was
really need to get ahead of this.
also curious what's going to happen with like the license lines, because Tony was talking about that Eternia playset and talking about some of these internal memos from Mattel and Hasbro really don't seem to be talking much about Star Wars, Marvel, or any of the licensed brands. It's like, are we going to see a big shift if like they have to start cutting corners? Are we going to see a big shift back to like their internal brands, because that's going to be part of the cost cutting is stopping the licensing.
Probably.
Yeah, I guess you could, but there's also the argument that an internal brand could get more costly, like comics are about. You know, everybody's talking
Mhm.
about comics. Like you could
Oh,
actually make more money internally as a company by selling your license out and letting other people do all the hard work.
right.
So, I mean, that's an option. Hey, usual
But
Mike, thanks.
it's such a double-edged sword, because how do you make your brand resonate if you so you can do that, you can license your stuff out, but if that brand isn't being built properly, we've seen a lot of things start to fizzle out. I think
Look
Star
at what
Wars is a prime.
Marvel movies did for the longest time
Yeah,
until they
and
reined them all in.
well, they're fizzling out.
Everything was once you part everything out, you don't have any control.
Right.
And somebody can make a douchey Venom movie.
Like, yeah, I know the bulk of my castmates will disagree with me, but it's like when you make a show that you design the show in a way to go against what was originally your core audience, the geeks, when you target them and turn them into the villain at the end, the same people that made it so that your franchise could kick off in the first place. To quote Chef Ramsay, you've lost the plot, son.
It's almost like a certain tech TV company that had
Yeah,
a
right.
really good geek show that just recently went under.
Yeah.
Not long after their host started bashing their fan base.
Great. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Okay.
All right.
Well, why aren't people watching?
Because they don't like
Consider
it.
done. You just yelled at me for 10 minutes. I don't want to
Yeah.
watch it anymore.
But
Anyway.
I think that I'm curious whether or not they're going to focus in on their internal brands and try and make those shine again. I think that there's room to do it with Transformers. There's room to do it with GI Joe. I think they got to do some housekeeping with certain people. I love that NYCC footage, for instance. But I really think that there's room for them to like make their internal properties valuable. And I think if Hasbro really wants to make their profits go up, they need to look back to the past when they could make something on their own and not have to get Ghostbusters, not have to get Batman or
Power
Yeah.
Rangers.
Because
Power
also,
Rangers. Well, they
licensing,
own Power
they're-
Rangers now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they actually
Yeah.
own that out right now.
Because
Yeah.
licensing, there's a lot of back and forth with the
Yep.
licensor, and which can stall production time because you got to get approval back and forth. And if everything's in house, they can just, they don't have to wait. They can just go.
Yeah.
And there's less people to pay.
Yep.
What shocked me is I'm surprised Disney hasn't tried to buy Hasbro.
Absolutely blows my mind that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
I mean, they partnered up well enough, but I'm surprised Disney hasn't tried to swing that hammer. yet.
Didn't Mattel just get some of their stuff licensed though? Or I don't
Mattel
know.
got the Disney like is weird about how they split stuff because Mattel got part of the Star Wars license, like those plush figures and some of the
Mhm.
animatronic figures. They're made out by Mattel. I think Mattel also has the rights to like the DC Superpowers girls dolls,
Mhm.
and they got something else because it was interesting because like Mattel lost the DC license to McFarlane, but they got to keep like certain things.
Licensing is a crazy little road because you look at like what Marvel and
Uh.
Funko did. Like Funko makes action figures, for lack of
Yeah.
a better term. They make funny little action figures,
In action figures.
but
Yeah.
Marvel wouldn't let them make action figures, so all the Marvel characters had to be bobbleheads.
Yeah. I think Rasper saying, if I remember correctly, I think I heard that BBTS was going to start their own line. I wonder, is that going to be with Storm Collectibles? Because I know,
Yeah, they had a partnership, or something.
yeah,
Mhm.
I know all the Mortal Kombat stuff's now essentially BBTS exclusive, for better or worse. And I say for better or worse because like BBTS is getting funny with their pre-orders in certain ways, where they're like, no, you're locked in if you want to pre-order Liu Kang. You got to put down your 10% deposit.
Yeah, I could see that being part of the deal if they go in with some kind of partnership with Storm. It's like saying, yeah, you can do it, but we're not going to, because Storm Collectibles still isn't that massive of a company that they can afford to get the pre-orders in, make the copies, and then say, just kidding.
Yeah. I still think the funniest thing is, you got a WB licensed product, and then Bandai Namco on the bottom. Never would have thought you'd see that crossover with Mortal Kombat.
Guys, it's almost 1:00 in the morning. I'm going to have to go. So y'all can stay up as late as you want, but
Yeah,
I gotta get dinner.
Yeah, I'm starting to
It's
get
dinner
sleepy.
time.
I'll go find
I
that
could-
ghost that
I
opened
could
my door briefly.
see Enewtabie fading off. Oh, and I was asking earlier real quick about Call of Duty or Gotham Knights. I'm playing the campaign for Call of Duty this week, and it's gorgeous.
I'm looking forward to playing it, but with work, I'm probably not going to get to. I'm going to get God of War Ragnarok, and that's going to be my focus.
That's why I'm trying to get Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
I've been playing the hell out of Gotham Knights and the campaign for Call of Duty, so I can get in the multiplayer for Call of Duty and be trash at that.
I'll
And
be
then,
on it next Friday.
But play the hell out of Ragnarok when it comes out.
I also don't feel like paying $70 for Call of Duty.
I know it's tough, isn't it? Like
It's that sucks. Yeah, I didn't realize that until I got to X that all the games are damn $69.
You know what's BS is PS4 and Xbox One owners. They're also having to pay $70 for it.
Really?
that sucks.
Yeah,
That does suck.
That's I think that's trash.
Especially the games always have DLC. They make most of their money off DLC. I think that they'd make record profits if they sold the game at $40, and then people would be more inclined to buy the season pass.
Yeah.
Yep. If you could manage to, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm the guy that defends a lot of the gaming prices because we all grew up in the 80s. NES games were $50-$60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You know,
Nintendo
so it's not
64
like
games were 60, 70.
The games
But-
haven't gone up that much,
But difference, you bought a complete game back in the day.
yes, absolutely.
Unless it was Street
Yeah.
Fighter. If you bought Street
Well,
Fighter,
even like if you go
Yeah.
into like the PS2 and
Yeah.
even the PS3 era, they were still $60, and you still got a complete game.
well, I think the PS3 360 era was, man, I could do a whole
Yeah.
podcast on this.
Yeah.
But the issue there was that was when we first started seeing incomplete games getting sold. I mean,
Incomplete. We got really bad towards the end of that generation,
yes.
and you also had to start paying subscription fees to play online. So
Yep.
there was a lot of change there, but I mean, overall, gaming prices haven't gone up, but they make up for it badly with
You know what they could do?
and
If you buy it
What's that?
digitally, get it $10 off.
that'll never make sense to me why digital stuff is the same price as physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
How long
because-
before GameStop's
because they
gone
can.
once digital goes?
Like,
Like,
I think GameStop's going to be around a lot longer because with this economy, with the stock stuff that's going on with the, they've got money because of the people that are holding on to the stocks, and that's giving them like a new publicity. I think
And they've diversified too.
they've
did-
diversified. Yeah, they sell toys and games
Well,
and merch.
from what I understand from some folks that I've talked to that are up in the GameStop world, not just like store manager stuff, but they have a plan in place for the digital market for when it becomes like a mostly digital market. GameStop has a way to continue in that space. I'm not sure what that is. I know they've even talked about. I mean, the consoles have talked about for a while being able to trade in digital games and getting a credit. So
like $2 for the
yeah, right.
But not to get political on things, but I feel like, and I don't mean to be a doomsayer, I don't mean to blackpill anybody, but I think we're going to start seeing attacks on infrastructure where internet goes out. And I think that might cause a bit of a resurgence in physical media. I think we're going to see a big ramp up in cyber attacks. And I think, between companies like Disney and Disney, Netflix, Paramount, all these companies that have streaming services where they go back, and HBO Max is another one. Like HBO Max, like they're like, oh, you have the whole catalog, anything that's ever been on Cartoon Network, it's going to be here. And then they go in like, now we're axing all these shows, they're gone. I think people are kind of starting to wake up to the fact that just because it's on streaming doesn't mean you have it forever.
Yep.
And
matter of fact, you're almost guaranteed not to have it forever.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they can go back in and alter it. I know everybody's trying to wrap up, but look up what happened with Grand Theft Auto 4, for example. If you don't know, there was a radio station. Now, you probably don't care about this radio station because it was classical music. They patched that out of the game because they couldn't re-establish the licenses for those songs. Now, I know a lot of people were pissed off when they did the remaster of the PS2 era trilogy, and they lost a lot of music rights and a bunch of other stuff shook up with that game. But if you have a physical copy of Vice City, you get to have all that awesome Michael Jackson music in there.
Yep.
Speaking of Michael Jackson, one of my favorite episodes of The Early Simpsons, the one with Michael Jackson, you can't get that on Disney Plus. They censor that episode out because there's controversy around Michael Jackson. So physical media has its place if you want to preserve, as people are starting to see this and wake up to it, and if we have infrastructure issues, you can still play your games. That's why. And the other thing too, on my Switch, 95% of my Switch library, it's all on cards, because this is the only system where you don't have to install a game. You don't have to, wait a long period of time to make sure that game plays. You just pop it into your system, and you can play it instantly.
I got thousands of games on my RetroPie. I'm good. No.
I know.
I do too. But
all I know is I want Guitar Hero 1 and 2 remastered on the PS5 with a new guitar.
Yeah,
and with all the music that was there. You want microtransactions? I'll buy the hell out of all of it. I want Guitar Hero to
bring Rock Band back.
Yeah, I don't want Rock Band. That was too much. I wasn't trying to play any damn drums in the living room.
Just the guitar. Every time I go on Dave and Buster's and I see that there, it's like, crap. I don't care if I already played this a million times at home. I don't own it anymore.
All I know is I want to play Paradise City on Guitar Hero.
Hey, all I can tell you, being good at Guitar Hero does not translate into being a good guitarist.
Oh, it certainly does not. I was good at Guitar Hero, and I'm absolutely trash at playing a real guitar.
Well, I suck at Guitar Hero, and I play guitar.
One of my favorite things, I'm sure this will get censored too, is that ending to the South Park Guitar Hero episode.
Oh, yeah.
They get the 1,000,000 points, and then they get like the soul-crushing message for it.
Classic. I want to watch that. Well, I'm leaving.
Yeah, I gotta eat dinner.
I gotta go to bed.
Right.
It's 1 o'clock.
Good hanging with you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's Fire Talks just came in.
Hey,
Fire Talks, we're leaving.
What up, Fire Talks? Oh, Fire Talks is here. We're leaving.
And
we gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go sleep.
We better go before he tries to join in or something. No.
Yeah. Before he hits the link, go.
You can close it.
You trying to kill Kato?
Yeah, Bert's got a shirt on somewhere, I guess.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
All right. See
All
ya.
right.